Prepare to confront a profound truth about public health that challenges everything you thought you knew. For decades, the official guidance on vitamin D intake has been fundamentally flawed, a pervasive systemic error that, astonishingly, remains uncorrected to this day. We've been consistently advised that 600 to 1,000 international units IUs of vitamin D3 is perfectly sufficient, a recommendation many doctors still uphold. Yet this figure is not just an oversight, it's the result of a deep-seated miscalculation exposed with stunning clarity in 2014. This revelation, rather than prompting an immediate global correction, has been largely ignored, leaving millions unknowingly deficient in a nutrient critical for a spectrum of bodily functions beyond just bone health and immunity. The true impact of this prolonged error is a silent epidemic, with individuals experiencing various health issues without ever connecting them to their suboptimal vitamin D levels. The original flawed methodology was rooted in examining study averages rather than individual responses, a statistical shortcut that fundamentally misrepresented the diverse needs of the population. Imagine trying to assess the academic success of an entire school by simply averaging overall test scores, concluding everyone is passing, even as a significant portion of students are failing. This analogy precisely mirrors the critical flaw in how vitamin D requirements were initially determined. This profound misjudgment has created a global health crisis, fueling widespread deficiencies that could be easily alleviated with accurate information. As we delve deeper, you'll understand why this persistent oversight is far more than a simple mistake. It begins to look like a deliberate inaction perpetuated by a system that seemingly benefits from its uncorrected status. This narrative forces us to question the very foundations of the health advice we receive and to critically examine the motivations behind its generation and maintenance, highlighting a significant challenge to global public well-being that demands immediate attention and transparency. The genesis of widespread vitamin D deficiency stems from a critical flaw in the original scientific methodology used to establish official recommended dietary allowances, RDAs. When these guidelines were first formulated, researchers relied on aggregated data and broad study averages, failing to account for individual physiological responses to vitamin D. This led to a dangerous assumption that every person would respond identically to supplementation. Such a one-size-fits-all perspective inherently misses the vast biological diversity among humans. Consider averaging test scores from many classrooms. A high overall average might falsely suggest everyone is doing well, even if many students are failing. This illustrates the statistical misstep made in setting vitamin D requirements. The resulting official recommendation of merely 600, 1,000 IUs thus inadvertently condemned a vast segment of the population to chronic insufficiency. This gross error, as it's been labeled, has fostered a massive, often undiagnosed public health problem, with countless individuals facing health issues directly attributable to suboptimal vitamin D levels without recognizing the cause. A pivotal moment occurred in 2014 when two independent researchers rigorously reanalyzed the exact data initially used by the Institute of Medicine to set these RDAs. Their reevaluation yielded a stunning conclusion. The genuine daily requirement for adequate vitamin D derived from the existing scientific data was not 600 IUs, but a striking 8,895 IUs. This recalculation, indicating an intake nearly 15 times higher than the prevailing official recommendation, was not isolated. It received subsequent confirmation from other independent research groups, solidifying its scientific validity. Yet, despite this compelling, independently verified evidence, this profoundly important correction has been conspicuously ignored by the official bodies charged with public health. This steadfast adherence to outdated guidelines in the face of overwhelming scientific proof represents a critical systemic failure, perpetuating widespread vitamin D insufficiency and leaving populations vulnerable to preventable health challenges, underscoring a perplexing resistance to rectifying a clear danger to global well-being. To truly grasp why this critical vitamin D error persists, we must examine the organizations setting health guidelines, particularly the Institute of Medicine, now the National Academy of Medicine. Perceived as the ultimate scientific authority tasked with safeguarding public health, a deeper look, as explored in Forbidden Facts, reveals a troubling reality. Its primary function, it's argued, is less about discovering truth and more about protecting established systems and powerful industrial interests. This pattern has surfaced in multiple high-profile controversies. For instance, in the vaccine autism investigation, the committee allegedly declared before the inquiry, "We will not conclude vaccines cause autism," signaling a predetermined outcome. With Agent Orange, despite government knowledge of toxicity, data was withheld. For decades, the Institute of Medicine repeatedly concluded more studies are needed, delaying accountability while soldiers suffered. Similarly, for baby powder and asbestos, investigations spanned 44 years, even after admissions of asbestos, allowing problems to fade and liabilities to diminish. With silicone breast implants, after billions in settlements, the Institute of Medicine swiftly declared them perfectly safe, causing remaining lawsuits to evaporate. These examples suggest its stamp often serves to protect industry, not people. Viewed this way, the ongoing refusal to correct the vitamin D error transforms from oversight into a calculated continuation of a playbook, a strategy of delay, denial, and protection of the established order. This persists despite profound implications for global public health. This institution, while presenting itself as an independent arbiter of truth, allegedly prioritizes other considerations over genuine scientific independence, casting a significant shadow over the credibility of its health pronouncements, including those on vital nutrients like vitamin D. The profound importance of vitamin D extends far beyond just bone health, a limited understanding still prevalent due to outdated recommendations. This essential nutrient regulates an extensive array of physiological processes crucial for robust immune function, muscle integrity, and neurological health, including brain function, memory, concentration, and mood regulation. Deficiencies are often linked to depression. It profoundly affects metabolic control, influencing blood sugar and weight management, and research suggests a heightened risk of various cancers with suboptimal levels. Despite this overwhelming evidence, medical practitioners globally still advocate for a meager 600 IUs, following guidelines derived from that flawed error. What remains deeply troubling is the persistent refusal to rectify this acknowledged mathematical mistake. If a true error, immediate correction would be expected. Instead, responsible organizations not only failed to amend their guidelines, but actively defend the insufficient 600 IU recommendation, even against irrefutable proof of erroneous calculations. This stubborn insistence prompts a critical look at the National Academy of Medicine, formerly Institute of Medicine, presented as the gold standard for independent medical advice. Though private, it raises extensive funds, accepting significant contributions from government and powerful industry players. This creates a concerning conflict of interest. The bodies setting nutritional guidelines accept millions from entities like Coca-Cola, Nestle, and major pharmaceutical companies, including the Sackler family of Purdue Pharma. The institution reportedly received over $19 million from opioid manufacturers before releasing pain guidelines encouraging broader prescribing, directly benefiting these donors. This raises a fundamental question. Is this about a mistake or a lack of incentive to correct it? When organizations writing health rules are funded by big food and big drug, the outcome is often not pure science, but a compromised consensus. From this viewpoint, the persistent vitamin D RDA appears not merely a statistical anomaly, but an intentional structural failure, perpetuated because the system that created it has no desire for it to be fixed, maintaining a status quo serving interests far removed from optimal public health. Given the stark reality of widespread deficiency, understanding what truly constitutes adequate vitamin D levels and how to achieve them is paramount. The notion that a mere 3 minutes of sun provides 600 IUs is a gross oversimplification, ignoring individual variability and prevalent vitamin D resistance. Our bodies are designed for far more sun exposure. Sunlight converts skin cholesterol into inactive vitamin D, measured in blood tests. However, blood levels don't fully reflect active cellular vitamin D. Official guidelines often suggest 20 nanograms per milliliter (ng/mml) is sufficient, but this minimal level may only prevent rickets, proving inadequate for therapeutic needs like inflammatory conditions, diabetes, obesity, or autoimmune diseases. Emerging data suggests an average person may require close to 9,000 IUs daily to maintain optimal blood levels. While no universally agreed upon optimal blood level exists, many experts contend that 50 to 80 n/ml is necessary for sufficient cellular vitamin D. Furthermore, the pervasive fear surrounding vitamin D toxicity often overshadows the more pressing issue of widespread deficiency. True vitamin D3 toxicity is exceedingly rare, typically requiring sustained intake of hundreds of thousands of IUs over months. The primary concern is hypercalcemia. This risk can be mitigated by incorporating magnesium and vitamin K2. K2 directs calcium into bones, preventing soft tissue accumulation, while magnesium is essential for D3 metabolism. Adequate hydration, e.g., 2.5 liters water daily, can prevent kidney stones, and blood calcium monitoring offers early warning. Why are most adults and children worldwide deficient? Our indoor inflamed sugar-fed society, coupled with advice to avoid sun and misleadingly low official recommendations, are to blame. To counteract this, seek more natural sun exposure. When supplementing, always choose vitamin D3 and combine it with vitamin K2 and magnesium for optimal absorption, utilization, and safety, ensuring calcium is directed appropriately.